Now listen up. This is Indiana. This is corn. And this is Indiana Beach.
There's more than corn in Indiana, and right within your reach. It's Indiana Beach.
Save up to $8 on summer fun with discount coupons at all Hooks drugstores. For more information, call 219-583-4141.
At Indiana Beach.
Indiana Beach on beautiful Lake Shafer, Monticello, Indiana, proving once again there is more than corn in Indiana. Any questions?
Who driving this bus? You better mess me up. Better beat you up. The friend, like.
So yes, as the title of this video said, the adventure begins. It all started with a trip to the BMV license branch where I got my license converted from California to Indiana. I sent a photo of that new license to the trucking school recruiter, and it was on. They did a background check for any criminal activity as well as a driving record, both of which came back clean. I wasn't ever worried about that. I mean, I'm currently working at a high school, and I know you have to have a clean background for that. My next stop was at an urgent care center for a physical, which took about 2 hours from start to finish. I also took a urine test, and I was cleared. They got the results back before I could even text them. It was pretty dope. I got a conditional job offer not long afterward. So now I have a start date, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It's also the 5-year anniversary of when I bought the Malibu. Just like 3 more weeks of waiting, and it is on like Donkey Kong. The good thing is that I have been studying for the CDL test pretty much since I got here back in October. When I take practice tests, I'm averaging high 80s and low 90s. I even aced a test a couple weeks back. I am feeling confident and ready. It's an odd feeling that this whole thing started as a daydream. I was thinking that driving a truck would be a cool job, and now it's totally happening. I mean, it sounds corny, but if you really do believe in something, you can make it a reality. Believe and you can achieve. Now all I have to do is make sure that school goes off without a hitch. The only lame part is that you don't get paid when you're in school, only when you're driving with a mentor. I also can't keep my current job and go to school. So there is going to be a period there where I'm not bringing in any money. That is going to suck. But if that is what I have to go through to get to where I need to go, then so be it. I'm taking all of the online classes the school offers to shave that time down. I'm not really too worried about driving the truck itself. I feel confident that they will put me with someone who knows what they are doing. Plus, I've never done it before, so there is no need to deprogram myself from already established habits. I'm with the mentor driver for 18 days, so I just have to use that time to look, listen, and learn as much as I can. Plus, you can train in an automatic transmission, which is a good thing because I have never driven a manual transmission in my life. I am so excited. It's hard to believe that this is actually happening. I mean, it was always the goal, and now we're halfway up the mountain. Finishing school convincingly is the last hurdle. Then it will be the open road for the foreseeable future. And you guys, my loyal subscribers, will have a front row seat for my transition from a practitioner of the custodial arts to a life on the road. This channel will finally come into its own, and hopefully we will get more subscribers and get those view counts up. So get ready for that. It's gonna be one hell of a fun ride. So my gift to you guys is going to be this here optical illusion. It is going to make you trip out a little bit. Just stare at the center of the screen until you are prompted to look away. Don't look away beforehand or you'll ruin it. Trust me, it works. These are the only kind of drugs we can do anymore. One of the things about having a commercial driver's license is that they routinely test for drugs and alcohol. That's fine though. I feel like I have run the course with that lifestyle. Now I just need to quit cigarettes. You didn't look away, did you? Okay, good. Trust me, you don't want to ruin this. It's totally apeshit bonkers McDonald. Bonkers McMouthwash. I mean, you can blink and shit, just don't look away. Stare at the red dot in the center of the screen. Don't look away. Just a few more moments. You've almost made it. I would suggest looking at the back of your hand or into a mirror if you have one when you are prompted to look away. Trip out on your own distorted face. You'll freak the fuck out. What did you guys think of that? Is Dirt looking all swirly and weird? That's probably not the optical illusion. That's how his face normally looks. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's a fluffy beast and the bestest good boy. I'm gonna miss him once I leave here. Even though I've been waiting to do this since the middle of October last year, a whole last 6 months, I feel like these next 3 weeks are going to be the worst. Now that it's so close and I can almost reach out and touch it. I'm not a very patient person. So it'll just be study, study, study. The hardest part is going to work as a custodian every day and not telling these motherfuckers that I'm done with them. I was originally going to give them a 2 weeks notice, but now I think that I'm not. It's nothing personal. They wouldn't give me a 2 weeks notice if they wanted to fire me, so why would I show them that same courtesy? Plus, they might try some bullshit and fire me before I can quit. I need every dollar. Last Sunday was kinda cool. We had 3 major events occur on the same day. The first one was obviously Easter, where we celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, if you believe in that sort of thing, which I do not. I have too many questions. You can call me whatever you want, but I just don't roll with the Bible thumper crowd. I am down for chocolate bunnies and colored eggs, though. We have a lot of wild rabbits running around the neighborhood, so it's kind of like Easter every day. Sunday was also the second night of WrestleMania 41, which was billed as John Cena's final WrestleMania. He became a bad guy back in February, so it's kind of a weird time. It was a good event though, but I've never been on board with it being 2 nights. I always just thought that 1 night would be sufficient. Having it occur over an entire weekend kind of loses some of its shine to me. It also saddens me that WrestleMania has outgrown Madison Square Garden. The event fills huge outdoor stadiums now. Sunday was also 420, even though I don't partake anymore. I was thinking that if you were a Christian, Sunday was kind of cool, and if you were a Christian stoner, Sunday was really cool. And if you're a Christian stoner and a wrestling fan, Sunday was fucking awesome. I said it, I meant it, and I'm here to represent it. I hope all of you stoners got so lit that you thought you were having a heart attack, and worked yourself into a hellish introspective nightmare where you hid under the covers.
It's a fact. Pot hurts. That's why we don't do pot.
You just don't feel in control.
You know you did something stupid, but you don't remember what.
It just makes you lazy.
You forget things. You really do.
It's kind of scary, and you really feel alone.
It's a fact. Pot hurts.
Yeah, with all that talk about 420, we were required to show an anti-marijuana public service message. But now we are back with our regularly scheduled programming. Just typical bullshit and horseplay that you've come to know and love over the last 4 months. I don't know what the hell I am supposed to show you guys in the next couple weeks leading up to truck driving school. I was struggling to come up with content before, and now I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel, if you know what I mean. I'm sure that I will figure it out. I'm good like that. I also just want to say that last Sunday I had a really good Easter dinner. Spiral cut ham, scalloped potatoes with bacon bits, and those badass King's Hawaiian rolls. All I need is that and a chick with an unkempt bush. I am a man of simple tastes. What can I say? It's going to be different than eating truck stop food all of the time. I'm gonna have to watch my diet and get exercise regularly. Yeah, right. No, you know what? You people need to see this. Yeah, I ate it in my room because I'm an antisocial weirdo, but so what? Also, this was before I cut the rolls open and slid the butter inside, so don't give me any shit about the unmelted butter. You're just mad you didn't get any. This grub hit the spot in such a way that I was fighting for my life, trying not to pass out. I had to make a cup of coffee to keep from being submerged beneath the black sludge of unconsciousness. My compliments to the chef. I had to show you guys. I don't know what it is, but the food here in Indiana tastes different than it did in California. I can't really explain it. Like I was already here during Thanksgiving and I swore that the food tasted different. And I mean that in a good way, of course. Fresher, maybe. So I finally was able to get my wits about me and decided to go ahead and bite the bullet and take the 3 online tests that the truck driving school sent to me last week. Like I said before, I've been studying nonstop for months, so if I'm not ready now, I'm screwed. But I have posted the results, and surprise, surprise motherfuckers, I got high scores in all 3 sections. If I had to pick one, I would say that the air brakes portion was probably the most difficult. But as you can see, even that didn't fuck me up. Now, I can't remember exactly how they worded it, but I think having all of these tests and study guides completed before I start classes basically eliminates a week from my training. Which is a good thing because, like I said, I don't get paid during training. I feel like I'm ready to get out onto the range and the road and get this shit going. Hands-on training. Let's get it on like your boy Barry White. Wait, he did that song, right? Or was that Al Green? Fuck, man. I don't know. Maybe it was Isaac Hayes. At any rate, I'm ready to light some candles and dim the lights and get all up in that ass. I'm gonna raw dog this shit to success so I can point my fat finger in the face of my haters and say fuck you, asshole. So early Monday morning, the Pope died and it was kind of odd the way news people were shocked. I'm like, bro, he was 88 years old. I'm sure it's shocking to the legions of Catholic hysterics out there, but come on. We've done this before. It's sad, for sure, but it wasn't like he was in the prime of his life or anything. Or like he was jogging in the streets of Rome and was clipped by a speeding Fiat. It would have been wild if he had died on Easter Sunday and came back on Wednesday talking about it's a prank, bro. The El Paso Walmart shooter managed to secure himself a life sentence by pleading guilty to his massacre. I was hoping he got the death penalty. I remember when it happened, I was at least happy it was in Texas, because they know how to handle scum like him. But oh well, I guess a lifetime of sexual enslavement and getting his bunghole stretched by people of races he hates until he calls them daddy is just as well. Night night, asshole. Keep your butthole tight. In spite of these tragedies, we still had to go to work. We still have a couple more weeks of keeping up appearances until we start school. I was contemplating just leaving them high and dry, but instead, I've decided to be a professional and go ahead and give notice. It was just a custodian job, but the township was good to me. I can't fuck them over like that.
Hey, it's Ron. 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 Tchaikovsky.
from Sandy Shores. Look, I've got an opportunity. Don't hang up. Seriously, no, this is interesting. What says interesting? Opportunities like endless blue skies. Now, if you buy a hanger...
Fuck you, Ron.
That was from a video called, Hey, it's Ron's Supercut. You didn't think you were going to get through this video without seeing some Grand Theft Auto clips, did you? That's kind of our thing now. In this background, you can see some words of wisdom. I don't remember where I got them from, but there they are. It is true that if life gives you lemons, throw them at someone and scream, get fucked. That is probably what I am going to do here in a couple weeks, when my time is up at the high school. In fact, the new dude in charge texted me like 4 hours before my shift to ask who forgot to take out the trash in a certain classroom that wasn't even mine. I'm like, bro, are you living this shit 24/7s? Get a life. Anything work-related can be discussed when I get there. But until then, get fucked. It's things like that, man. It's making it very easy to say fuck a 2-week notice. I'll just leave my keys on the desk and just never come back. And when I'm out on the road, I will reveal everything, if eagle-eyed viewers haven't figured it out. It's crazy to think that this could be one of my last times walking through these halls. I wish I could say that I am going to miss it, but I can't. I mean, I guess that I could. But I'd be lying, and I feel that all 16 of my subscribers deserve the truth. So if you look carefully at some of the bullshit on the walls, you might be able to figure out what high school I am at. It would have to be a teacher because my videos are rated for people 18 and over. This channel is intended for mature audiences only. I also just want to let it be known that I haven't taken any shit from any of these yokels, and I'm not going to start now. Especially with the light at the end of the tunnel fully visible. I'll totally tell these people to get fucked. I simply do not care anymore. I'm free. But for now, I have to play it cool until I get the results of my physical back. I was worried about bombing it, but then I started thinking about what your typical truck driver looks like. And then I started thinking that if they could pass it, I probably could too. And that brings us to a segment I'd like to call Asshole of the Week. So, I'm sitting out in my car smoking cigarettes on school property, but most importantly, minding my own fucking business. When this douche canoe pulls up with his living room set in the bed of his truck. When I first saw him, I thought, well, maybe he's just gonna throw the cushions and other little shit in our dumpster and take the couch to the landfill like a responsible adult. But once again, my tendency to see the best in people blew up in my face once again. This everlasting dickweed filled both of our dumpsters, and now we can't even fit actual school trash in there. I'm working upstairs now and I have a whole buggy full of it. Look at this fucking goon. He's even wearing a purse while he breaks the law. Thanks to this video I shot, we got his license plate number and we forwarded it to the school police. I mean, school starts in about 3 weeks, so I don't really care, but I still want to acknowledge him as Asshole of the Week. Okay, so I don't want to get into throwing shade, but you can file this under shit you'd never see in California. The sheer amount of religious iconography in this classroom. Even a physical Bible rests next to the teacher's desk. It looks completely unhinged in here. Most classrooms on the left coast don't even have American flags hanging up, and they certainly aren't saying any Pledge of Allegiance. If liberals saw this room, they would positively freak the fuck out. They'd try to burn it to the ground, like if it was a Tesla charging station. Apparently, this is where the Bible Club meets for their weekly circle jerk sessions, but this room gives me the creeps every time I'm in it. I'm glad I won't have to be in it for much longer. We're off to bigger and better things. Just 2 more weeks to go. Alright guys, I don't want to be a downer or anything, but I think we're going to cut this one short this week. It has been an eventful week and we've gotten a lot accomplished, so it's definitely a quality, not quantity kind of episode. We finally have our start date. Now it is just a matter of waiting the final 2 weeks out before we can begin. This is where the channel really begins to grow. This is where the adventure begins, where we start traveling the country, seeing new and interesting places and people. But before we go, I want to show a grown man named Dave LaGreca crashing out on his podcast about the end of WrestleMania last Sunday. I left all of his original watermarks up on the screen to give him full credit. I laughed hysterically the first time I saw it. It reminded me of that time when that dude was interviewing retired wrestlers and he started crying before declaring it's still real to me. Damn it. This clip is from the Busted Open podcast, which is apparently pretty popular in some circles.
When it comes to being fans, I get it. I'm a wrestling fan. But I cannot believe the same people that bitched and moaned about this guy 15 years ago, about this guy 10 years ago. He buries everybody, never puts anybody over. Now you're surprised by what we saw last night? Oh, it's going to be okay come WrestleMania. We're going to get The Rock. We got no Rock. Haven't seen The Rock since Elimination Chamber. But we got a lot of Travis Scott. Ugh. And you want to make Cody Rhodes look weak? Textbook making somebody weak last night at WrestleMania on the biggest stage that there is. On the biggest stage, you just threw everything that you did for Cody last year and you threw it right out the fucking window. For what? A guy that's going to be gone at the end of the year. But I love John Cena. Fuck you. Because all I heard was you bitch and moan about this motherfucker. And now I got to hear it on fucking Twitter, on Instagram, and people bitching and moaning, leaving Allegiant Stadium. This is what you fucking wanted this. Where's the fucking camera? This is what you fucking wanted. This is what you fucking wanted. So don't bitch now. Fuck you. Enjoy the PG era part 2. Assholes.